It's Nolan. What's going on, beautiful people? It's the Kid J Nolan here. Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Industry, your number one source for music and entertainment commentary and breakdowns. Now, as y'all can see, we've got a Let's Talk session going on here. We've got Kanye West. We're going to talk a little bit at length about Kanye because he's got a new interview. We know over the weekend he jumped into the whole Like That remix thing, jumping on the bandwagon, I guess you could say, going at Drake, going at J. Cole as well. Putting his bid in for supremacy in this game, and I guess joining the let's get Drake the F up out of here agenda, right? According to what they say, right? He's got a new interview with The Download, which we're going to get into some of the clips that have surfaced online just to talk about where Ye is in his mental state and what's going on with him now as he jumps back out onto the scene. We've got Childish Gambino on here because he's got a new song that actually features Kanye on it. He did an Instagram live last night where he played the entire record. Sounds like he's got some new music on the way. So all my Childish Gambino fans out there, I'm sure you're going to be happy, very thrilled. Back when he was releasing music, I was somewhere 50-50 on him as an artist. I thought he reminded me a little bit too much of Kanye, Drake. You know, he kind of was pulling a lot of inspiration from them, but then he had like these witty punchlines. So he kind of sat somewhere at the intersection between like Kanye, Drake, Big Sean, and then it was like, well, shit. With all the three of them being current artists, I guess I might as well just listen to them niggas rather than this nigga trying to be like all three of them, you know? But I will never say that he's not, a good artist. I kind of enjoyed him more on the mixtape era. Some people, he really broke through when he did that R&B soul funk album. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't really a huge fan of that one. I said if I want to hear the niggas to do a Hear My Dear, I'll go back and listen to the original. But that was just me, right? Redbone and all that shit, it was cool. But again, it was very derivative and I don't know. I listen to Aloe Black or some shit. I don't know, man. Maybe I'm tripping. We've got Tia Kemp on the lineup. She finally decided to go ahead and remix Bossman D-Lo's Get In With Me. We're gonna play it. We're gonna give it a shot on here today. See what the hell we got on the docket. Tia Kemp out here rapping. Don't tell me she out here rapping better than Ross. Don't tell me that. And we got some sound effects. I know a few people have been requesting some sound effects in the stream or whatever. So if it's good, we're going to clap it up. If it's bad, we got some boos. All right. And somebody who's pretty familiar with boos, Mr. DC Young Fly. Apparently he got booed last night or over the weekend at some point where he was on stage in Atlantic City doing a comedy show. He got into a whole spiel about doing cocaine in his set, and the fans weren't taking all that well to it. Not to say that everybody booed him. It wasn't a unanimous packed house just booing him, but there were enough people in the crowd that were booing him. It seemed like it got to him a little bit. He ended his set seemingly early. Mike Epps came out, tried to revive the crowd, make sure that they clapped it up and gave him some love before he left. But we're gonna play the clip and try to get to some sort of understanding as to why things panned out the way they did. And we're going to just talk about DC Young Fly in general, where he's at in his career, and perhaps what might need to take place in order for him to evolve to the next plateau. You get what I'm saying? But first, we're going to start with Kanye. So I don't know who decided to give Justin LaBoy or Justin LA Boy, whatever the hell he likes to go by, however you say this man's name. I don't know where he came from, where he popped up from. Somebody in the chat could definitely educate me a little bit more about him. I know he's like a social media celebrity. Definitely found quite frequently in the comments online and putting up really zesty captions that people seem to share. But nonetheless, he's got a new podcast called The Download, and he's got an interview with Kanye, or Ye as he prefers to be called these days, that's going to be coming out very soon. Snippets have been released online. Pieces of the interview have been taken by Kanye and used as advertisements on Instagram and different platforms. And they kind of get into dissing Drake, why they fell out, how they fell out again, and Kanye's perspective of him. First, we're gonna get into how Kanye ended up on this Like That remix, and just as a disclaimer, for anybody looking for the official, Kanye tried to upload it to his Kanye West YouTube page. Apparently, Sony has blocked it. So there's going to be a bunch of other folks out there that have uploaded it, and maybe they're, not monetizing their channel. Therefore, they can put it up and have no issues. But his version is blocked. It says SME, Sony Music Entertainment. As y'all know, I told y'all, Future is signed to, I think, Epic, which is a subsidiary of Sony. So there you have that. It's not officially out. It's not on the album. Ye jumped out the window. Not sure why he did, but we'll see how things go. But here we're going to have him talking about the elimination of Drake and how they called him up.
How did this even come about? Who called who? Yeah, Pluto. Pluto called me. I went to the studio, laid that, and then we went through the creative process, adding the chords, and called the Hooligans, called them out in London to get on a joint. And, everybody was very, very excited about the elimination of Drake.
Yo,
We were not excited, we was energized.
Energized about the elimination of Drake. So this is definitely an agenda. This is definitely the guys getting together on some locker room shit like, hey, bro, this nigga been scoring too many points. This nigga been out here doing whatever the fuck he want. He got an unlimited budget. The bank is open for him. He could do whatever it is he wants. He could shut niggas down if he want. I mean, he's the it man, right? So now we've got finally somebody that actually just made it apparent. The agenda is the elimination of Drake. I don't think they're going to succeed. I'm going to be honest. I know there's a lot of people out there that hate him, that want to see him go down. There's a lot of people that want to see that nigga's energy be depleted. It's not going to happen no time soon. I got people that say, man, y'all are moving the goalposts on the ghostwriting shit. I didn't move the goalposts on the ghostwriting shit. I just said it's not gonna work. You can pull the ghostwriting shit all you want. It ain't stopped them yet. The ghostwriting shit became apparent. It became like my dad knows Drake got ghostwriters, right? My mama knows Drake got ghostwriters because 8 years ago, it was brought to the public attention. It was on every radio station. It was on every TV screen. The nigga's still here, busting ass, outselling everybody, and talking greasy in the process. If Kendrick Lamar didn't see him as a valid writer or a valid artist, why would he go against him? Why would he wait to battle this nigga for 10 years? Why would it take 30 niggas in the industry to come together on some multiplayer album shit to try to take this nigga out if he ain't the final boss? And I'm not even the biggest Drake fan, right? I'm 50-50 when I listen to that nigga music. His albums give me like 4-5 songs that I really like. The other 18, I be like, I don't know what that nigga doing or what he talking about. But these 4, shit, damn them 4 good, right? I deal in honesty. Furthermore, Kanye somewhat addresses him and Drake falling out. He didn't really go too deep. Of course, this is a 30-second snippet. Waiting on the full interview to drop. I don't know why they're teasing this out in 30-second increments. It's pretty dumb, but I guess, hey, got my dumb ass to tune in, so it can't be that bad, right? So here we go here.
y'all did the Hoover concert together. Me and the rest of the world thought y'all were back cool. What happened after that? Like, what happened after that to where y'all didn't? Because I thought once that concert happened,
It cuts Drake's soul. It's like he signed his soul to the devil to not be cool with me, to have to, like, this is his job to go against God.
wow.
The foolishness. Matter of fact, here, let's get to the goddamn. Let's get to the sound effects, man.
Today's agenda.
You talking about go against God? A lot of motherfuckers gave you a pass on that I am a God shit on Yeezus. You came out with that Yeezus shit. I ain't never subscribed to that. I ain't never called you that shit. And I never will, right? To say that he signed a deal with the devil to go against God, as in you, never, it's fucking dumb. Not only is it dumb, it's not real because you can die. Don't want to see that happen no time soon, but yeah, that's the human experience. And not to mention, you ain't even living a godly life like that, bro. Why is it that your woman can't wear no damn fabric? I am not gonna leave this shit alone, right? You out here wearing the biggest fucking clothes you could possibly find on a rack. You know what I'm saying? You out here wearing 4X clothing so bad that you sent Kai Cenat a pack of clothes that couldn't even fit the nigga body. While your girl out here wearing fucking Spanx as actual clothing. Right? Before she met you, she wasn't dressing like that. She had regular outfits, nigga. So, nah, that's not okay. You got her on display like a fucking meat rack. Nah, not cool. Right? You came out, you spit a good ass verse. We're going to give you the credit for the verse on Like That. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the new arrangement with the beat, the choir, all of that fire, in my opinion, right? Cool. You made a nice splash. You got people back opening their eyes, opening their ears to hear what the fuck you got going on. And then you come out and say the dumbest possible shit that you could spew out of them goddamn sphincters in your mouth. I don't even know if me saying sphincter is correct, but y'all know what the hell I'm talking about, man. The fucking titanium grill shit that nigga got in. And got RoboCop face at. Come on, man. Not to mention the fact that y'all niggas was working for the same people. You've been independent for all of a year, my brother. So if he signed a deal with the devil, your ass was talking about you sold yours for a crappy deal, like a Happy Meal, years ago. So let's not act like you some enlightened ass nigga all of a sudden, nigga. You might have got out of the rat race, but it took a long time, right? So we not finna play with you like that. He goes on to call Lucian Grainge Drake's rich baby daddy. I found that to be pretty funny. Not gonna lie. Here's him saying this.
You say rich baby daddy, it's like Drake has a rich baby daddy named Lucian and Universal.
Wow.
He's like, like, man, my daddy got it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, my daddy controlled the spins. My daddy got the DSPs. My daddy. Drake has a rich baby daddy named Lucian.
So all of his streams in the number ones is controlled by someone named Lucian.
Well, Lucian worked for people who control the banks in Africa.
Right? Again, these are 30-second clips. I'm actually anticipating the full version of this interview to come out because sound like he was really about to get into some shit. The deep ties that Lucian Grainge has. We kind of know Universal is up under another conglomerate of very powerful people. They are like the ones that are over all of the big fucking companies in the music industry. Everybody kind of answers to UMG. That's why UMG could just come wipe shit off your fucking page. You know what I mean? You go viral off some of their content, they just wipe your shit off like it never happened. Your ass go right back to where you started. So, yeah, they have the heavy hand out here. And he's basically saying, like I was saying earlier, Drake has all of the resources available because Lucian can make one call, that's all, on some Ken Nugent shit, and everything is Gucci, right? So he's saying all the number ones, all the streams, all the touring. You know, number one, people like Drake. Let's not discredit this nigga like he's just up here by random choice. Y'all niggas chose this man back in 2008 when, baby, you're my everything. You all I ever want. That shit had everybody in a motherfucking full Nelson splash, right? Had Queen Latifah go up on stage and say, I love Drake, man. He's doing the rapping and singing. I ain't seen nobody do this. Queen. Y'all remember that? I was watching this shit like, Queen, you was rapping and singing on UNITY. Did you forget what you did? UNITY, that's a unity. Then she came in rapping. Instinct leads me to another flow. Every time I see a man call a girl a bitch or a hoe. Trying to make a sister feel low. You know, all of that got to go. Like you was rapping and singing. Lauryn Hill, please. But he had that energy that made everybody forget. Every other nigga, every other woman that rapped and sung on the same record, niggas just got amnesia and was like, he is the golden child with the golden egg. So let's not act. You was in a fucking rush to go work with him, yay. You couldn't even produce for the nigga. You wanted to sabotage him from rip. Gave him that half-baked ass music video for the song. Nigga said, damn, is this a porno or a music video? Oh, shot by Kanye West. No surprise. Now, almost 20 years later, you're on an agenda to eliminate this nigga from the game. But when it's an agenda to eliminate Ye from the game, he want to go to every news outlet he could possibly get to, whether it be right wing, left wing, Popeye's wings, KFC wing. That nigga don't give a fuck. If you gonna give him a platform to speak and talk about his ailments and his problems and people having an agenda against him, it's all good. But then you want to gang up. Everybody else I'm cool with. Even Kanye, musically, I'm with the shits. But when he start doing all this, the hypocrisy just creeps out to me. So that's what we got on Ye. Next up, we've got the song with Childish Gambino and Ye, which some people are speculating could possibly be an AI verse from Kanye, because I guess this was played on what radio is this? Gilga Radio, which has an AI narration. And I think some of the ads may be produced by AI as well. So people are saying, hey, is this really Kanye, or is this Childish Gambino plus Childish Gambino rapping with AI Kanye? If it is, that's lame as fuck. I'm not going to support that because, you know, Drake pulled it off on a diss record and there was a reason for it. I'm going to diss you with your idols, right? Some people don't like it. I understand why you don't like it, but these the niggas you looked up to. This the nigga you said that you transmuted spirits with and you had a conversation, out of body experience. The nigga came to you in a dream and said, don't let the music die. All right. You feel like you embody his spirit. Well, let me conjure this nigga's spirit and say, bring your ass outside. I respect that to a certain degree. If you're just going to make a song and decide, man, I want Ye on this shit, but I don't want to call him. I'm too bitch made to make that phone call. So let me just use this nigga voice. No, we're not gonna accept that. But I'm gonna play it because YouTube will allow me to clear it. I went through my due diligence. And I want to get y'all's perspective on this record. Y'all may not necessarily be Childish Gambino fans. I get it. But I want to run it for the people for the one time. You know what I mean?
Do something in the hood, you let him do it.
I got the Benz, the Rover, ready as October's, the Goku comeback. I thought I told you, the flow viral, brain was like pyro, my phone on silent, how the fuck would I know? The 88's got me looking like 5-0. You ain't never touch a GQ best dress. The style got them cheating on the taste test. They like rap more, I'm like say less. They say the nuance a nuisance, the new blueprint. Niggas couldn't float on a cruise ship. I'm with the convicts, rapping like Lucius. He got a problem, he never do shit. You niggas talk cheap, you niggas cheapskates. You niggas talk show, you niggas Z-way. You niggas deep fake, you niggas AI. But y'all will never have your mama sitting courtside. Now rule number one, thou shalt not steal.
That nigga said you niggas talk show. Y'all niggas Z-way. That was kind of tough. I ain't gonna lie. If y'all know who Z-way is, right? That was slick. I'm not a huge fan of this beat. It definitely gives me Kanye vibes. His tone of rapping so far on the record gives like I ain't gonna lie, it gives played out Rakim cadence. You know what I mean? No disrespect to Rakim. I like when he raps in his own voice, but it just gives played out 80s Rakim cadence. In the badinda, it's like, I ain't no joke. I used to let you know what I mean? Like, fuck out of here. But outside of that, the bars is kind of straight.
The flow, the clothes, the sex appeal, yeah. Now this is my commandment, died and rebranded. 3 days later, walking in Louis sandals, ducking paparazzi. They were calling it scandal, but niggas love to watch me. Really, I'm like Brando. I'd rather have no regrets, but yo, my agent just called and said, yo, say less. Niggas waiting on the throne like, ho, say yes. I took my shoes out the store, they the new pay less. That's the new God flow, but I don't pray less.
Yeah, she got a black king, but she don't play chess. Got this rope around my neck like I'm Jay Smollett. A like I passed the test.
Man, I could walk through the shy like it's Nazareth.
If they don't put a Grammy on my gram for the same song, I'ma choke a nigga for the team like Draymond.
She a virgin, I blew her out of St. John. Hoping we would say less, I'm hoping they would say something.
Yeah, I'm in Atlanta and we selling out State Farm. Me and him got the fire like napalm. Yeah, I'm so American. You talk too much, you need a therapist. Fold on up, she like a terrorist. She like I'm rich, smart, middle-aged, arrogant. Let me smoke a pack of your new songs. I need 2 queens like I'm boom.
Man, hit him with the drop like the roof guard. Say, damn, yay, ain't you always cooking like flambe? Nothing left to say, I'm more like John Lennon, he more like Don Lemon. Than me, Uncle Tom, but more like Tom 7. See, you the type to get your girlfriend a BBL, then work a night shift, try and get your CDL, then get your Akon line as a EBL. Walk around Miami like I hope that she didn't tell. Your midlife.
Get an Akon line. That's a HBL. Akon, man, who put that slab of motherfucking apartment complex on your... Who put that slab of apartment complex carpet on your shit, man? Hey, man, I gotta stop this because off on a tangent, man. I remember a few years ago, probably I'm damn near 10 years ago, the homie invited me to come perform at this church. And it was one of those apostolic churches or whatever. And I went and I did the performance. It was a great performance and everything. But their pastor, he had that Akon shit on his head. And I'm like, Brody, how you gonna be preaching the truth and the truth ain't even on you? No, they say the devil is a lie, the truth ain't in you. It's like, nigga, the truth ain't on you. I see that goddamn... I see that patch of lawn work on your shit, man. You can't be up here trying to tell me the word of the truth. Oh, man, that nigga had a HBL for sure. I ain't been back since. Let's get back to the song.
Crisis your whole life. You try to pull Ruby Rose with a whole wife. It's been a whole rent check on the OnlyFans. You in a group chat acting like an only man. Be at the baby shower looking like Zion. It's the skinny jeans you ain't ever try on. I'm the last motherfucker you should lie on. I'm the nigga at you ought to get your style from. Imagine me pulling up to the PTA and hallways with wifey doing PDA. The principal like, hey, what's the ETA? But I'm about to do Saudi like PGA. Yay, you done got too preachy. Switch the rap up to Christian, it got too easy. If I keep telling the truth, then they might keep leave me like, say less.
When we strategize about how we gonna take over,
I'm convinced that's AI. Ye has a lot of different nuances in his voice. He ain't gonna rap a whole verse in that tone. I think that's what some people were trying to point out with the Kendrick thing the other day too. Like, inflection wise, he's gonna do like that whole like he'll do that, but then he's gonna drag out his words. He's gonna do you know how Ye do it, not black with the Ye do it. He gonna do some shit that's gonna hit you. It's gonna get catchy. It's gonna be catchy, but then it's also gonna like stand out from the rest of the verse. That didn't have like a standout vocal performance, which is Kanye's strength. That's always been his thing. You know what I'm saying? Even from the beginning, even with Jesus Walk, you know what the Midwest is? Young and restless and reckless niggas. You know what I'm saying? Having something in there that he didn't even rap that, but just having it in there. Somebody tell these who Kanye West is, like the inflection. It was very even killed. It sounded like Ye, but it didn't have the tonality. So I'm convinced that whole song is Childish Gambino rapping, which no, don't do that. You might as well have pitched your voice up and down and did a collab with yourself. I would co-sign that. Like, do a collab like Donald Glover featuring Childish Gambino, or the other way around. Childish Gambino featuring Donald Glover. Like, do the Cassidy, Split Personality, T.I. versus T.I.P., like that shit. Don't AI that nigga, man. I don't know. That's just me. The second half of this song kind of fire, though. When it switched the beat up, I was like, oh, hold up. This nigga kind of going.
over the Shell Fist Market, Childish Gambino can't be there. Kanye can't be there. Why? because pillow talk is a mother.
How could I ever leave? To have a mother on her own is not my pedigree. And have a baby on the phone, them daddy, when you coming home. I had to sing them songs, bars were penitentiary. You didn't mention me at graduation. That cobalt check cannot replace a child's admiration. I had to work, you needed food, not like I'm on vacation. You not a kid, them summers past, no, you was waiting patient. Waiting patient. I need a stadium. The sound sucks, I'll do the shit at the Palladium. Way back in 2011, these niggas hated him. Father Time took out them clippers and he faded them. I don't mind if they don't play me at your BBQ. I do what Stevie do and wonder how we made it through. When Stevie dies, they'll be online like I love this dude. Like nigga, where was you? What is you talking about? I heard you talking down. They'd rather place him on your grave than have you walking around with bouquets. When Virgil died, I cried for 2 days. Small moments build up the pain to make a classic. And have you Chadwick, it makes you mad sick. The blood stain on the tissue, the stress cause GI issues. The truth is that they miss you, they love you when they diss you. This ain't a comeback, I never left, I just completed all my side quests. He making boba, bought a farm and all this nonsense. They call you crazy and that's fair without the context. They never mention how this fame is hard to process. It doesn't matter when you dropping if it's timeless.
That second half was tough. Don't matter when you drop if it's timeless. Like, I don't know what's in the air. I don't know what email was sent out. But rest of the year might be on the incline with this music shit, especially on this hip hop shit, right? Again, I'm not a huge fan of Childish Gambino, but that second half of the record, I can see myself listening to that. I can see myself bumping that. You know what I'm saying? The energy that's coming, if Kendrick is really dropping an album next month, shit, boy. Yeah. Right? Like, I'm here for it. So, I'm not going to stay on that too long, because next up, you know what I'm saying, I want to go over this whole Tia Kemp thing. She been performing this nigga's song city to city all over Florida, going different places. Boss Man D-Lo cussed this nigga out, exposed this nigga naked after he tried to play her, which, hey, he played and got played. Now she remixed this nigga's song, and I'm assuming she's finna start touring and going around playing this shit, right? This was her soundtrack for the last few months. You know what I mean? And now she's getting paid bookings to show up and perform his shit. So now she like, you know what? Let me put my own verse on this. So next time y'all see me out, I could do my version. Let me know what y'all think of this shit, man.
Black sheep, red bitch from the bean. Socialite, they should book me overseas. The money, the only thing I can stand that's green. I say money, the only thing I can stand that's green. I should Mac pick a 7-1 and pull up at the car show. Just like a bitch did at Cabo. Tom Brown, all fudge, I put it on. This a different sport. Big mama, watch me flip a brick with this child support. Big mama, big stepping with the big fish. Big diamond, big Cuban link, but I'm American. Big fat, dusty nigga, where you come from? I'm the shrimp, the hibachi, and the yum. Back in slim, bitch, run my check. And if it ain't first class, bitch, run my jet. I came a long way from hater hoes telling them lies. And we don't speak on Section 8 unless you read certified. The realest bitches, I slide dolo. The yours built like Quasimodo. I'm taking photos. Yeah, I said the yours built like Quasimodo. I'm taking photos. Hold on, boy. That bitch on.
Hey, bro, how is it that a 50-year-old woman who I don't recall ever hearing drop a verse come out sounding better than all y'all motherfuckers on Baddies calling yourself rappers, sound better than half y'all motherfuckers on Love and Hip Hop calling yourself in the studio every week having relationship problems and not recording music? How is it that she came out this motherfucker with more swag, more flavor, says she finna flip a brick with the child support? How come ain't nobody said that yet? How she gonna come up with something original and new? I'ma clap it up for Tia, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. We gonna clap it up for Tia real quick, goddamn. Oh! Y'all done let Tia come out there bit and come up with some original rhymes. Said the year is built like Quasimodo. Like she's saying outlandish shit on some Young Dro type vibes. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a big Young Dro fan, actually, for those that don't know. You know, it's very ATL around here if you ain't never noticed. It's very ATL over here. So, yeah, I fucks with this, man. Now, is she gonna continue to make more music? I don't know. If she does, I will have an open ear for it because that 16 sounded better than some of these other ladies that call themselves official rappers. I've played some of these young ladies that's dissing other rappers in the industry trying to get in. No pun intended. Shit been harbosh. You know what I mean? We don't even got to see the G no more. It's harbosh. You know what I mean? That girl that was dissing Young Miami couldn't even find the beat. The shit was hiding like Easter eggs. She could not find the beat. Then we had that other young lady that was dissing Megan Thee Stallion about a month ago. She could rap, but it was like, what the fuck are you doing? Couldn't even take it serious. So I think Tia could possibly not necessarily have a career, but I think she could have somewhat of a future. She could definitely have a hot ass summer dropping records, get into the bag, set herself up for some podcast interviews. You know what I mean? I think she could have a viable, you know, media future and not even really have to go at Rick Ross. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see where that goes from here, but I ain't gonna lie, I will be listening to that version when it drops. Even if it just drops on YouTube, SoundCloud, or some shit like that, I'ma fuck with it. Tia, she's very captivating. You know what I'm saying? I don't like to see every video that she does. When she get the licking her teeth, I don't do all that. You know what I'm saying? Take that shit to the, I don't know. You might want to start an OnlyFans and let niggas just pay to watch you lick your teeth, because people have definitely developed an appetite to see that somewhere on the internet. You know, so you know, that's my assessment of Tia, you know. And to be honest, like I said, the more that her and Rick Ross continue to like show their personalities on the internet, the similarities really seem to mold together, you know. I don't know where things went wrong between them in their relationship. Maybe it was the cheating. Seems like she's pretty much open to it, you know, because she keeps going back to him talking about making goddamn fish and conch and all of this type of stuff. So it couldn't have been infidelity. I don't know if it was the child support thing. You know, maybe he froze her account, froze some of her shit, and it was the last straw. Now she's still waiting on them payments. You know what I mean? I don't know. But the similarities are very much uncanny. You could tell they spent a lot of time together. I don't know who was the chicken or the egg in this motherfucker, because Ross was hibernating for a minute, but then a nigga just got activated and he been going crazy like a motherfucker too. And last but not least, let's get to this whole DC Young Fly thing, man. Oh boy, I fuck with DC. I told y'all it's very ATL over here. Been a fan of him since he was just making videos on YouTube. I mean, not YouTube, but he was on YouTube, but primarily on Instagram doing the roast videos. Break that in here, boy. Them joints. Unfortunately, he got himself booed off stage. I gave y'all the spiel of it at the top of the show. Let's go ahead and play his segment at the We the Ones comedy show, hosted by Mike Epps, and see where things went wrong for my boy, man.
I felt so bad for him.
A lot of people like blaming other motherfuckers for their own decision making. Now I never blame God for the reason why I didn't make it to the NBA. And I never blame that bitch for the reason why I'm on cocaine, because we was out there chasing bitches. That's what was going on. But this is where the story get deep.
They booing him. Oh my God. DC is getting booed. Oh my God.
This is where the story get complex. This is where the story get real.
We are lost.
When I got hooked on cocaine, when I got hooked on cocaine, my relationship with God got strong. Now this is what I had to go through in order to find a close relationship with God. I think I turned out pretty good.
Oh my God, they is booing him. Yeah.
When the devil is trying to work, you gotta stand tall.
Yeah, DC. Yeah, DC. You got it.
Don't ever let nobody in the world use you as an example on why the world is a bad place. Atlantic City, I'm DC Young Fly. Keep God first. You know.
All right, so that's DC. Sound like he was doing kind of a monologue, trying to go into his Chappelleism, I guess you could say, talking about a foray that he had with cocaine. I don't know if he literally in real life found himself dealing with the white girl in the bathroom, but he was trying to set an example of some sort. But I must say, as much as I fucks with DC Young Fly, behind the scenes for quite some time, I have been wondering, when is DC going to elevate to the next level? He's on stages, he's traveling, 85 South, they have a very, very nice business going for themselves. You know what I'm saying? I saw them at A3C last year where they actually broke down the different tiers of their business and starting a touring company, not just touring and going through people, but they actually have a touring company where if a nigga like myself wanted to link with them and book my shit, they could actually set it up for me type shit. So they have a very strong infrastructure. I think they also have access to the vehicles and stuff like that so they could rent them out, blah, 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 all that good shit. So they've definitely invested and put themselves in a position of power in terms of comedy and comedy on the road. But the part that I'm questioning at this current point is the actual comedy. Now, DC and 85 South, didn't they have like a live show on Netflix? As I'm talking about this, I'm Googling it because I know, what was the name of this? 85 South Ghetto Legends. This came out last year. I watched the show. I remember watching it and I was highly disappointed because I was actually excited to see it. Number one, I was excited to see it because, again, I had saw them breaking down all of their structure and all of this type of stuff, talking about the different deals that they did and the mindset that they had when it came to negotiating with Netflix and all that good shit. So I was like, yo, them niggas got their heads on straight. You know, they're not just comedians. They're not just funny clowns. Like, they actually have a level of intelligence and, you know, they were able to hire people that can keep them in business for a very long time. So I was excited to see the special, and they got up on the stage at the special and they did an improv the entire show. And at a certain point, the improv was no longer funny. And I know that this is something that they do, you know what I mean? They do it on their 85 South show. They go on Wildin' Out. They straight up improv. They don't do written jokes. But at a certain point, I think that can become a handicap when you're a touring comedian and your job is to make people laugh. If you're on stage for 20, 30 minutes or an hour or whatever it is, nigga, we need back-to-back laughs. This is what the legends were able to do. And when they took us on a journey to tell a story, right? They had the ability to captivate you and strike your ass with a sudden joke that was like, oh, shit. And that type of level of craftsmanship comes from writing. It's the same thing with a lot of these artists these days that think they could jump in the booth and just rap and not write their rhymes. And then we wonder why niggas is trash. We wonder why artists don't have that emotional connection no more with people, certain ones, because where are you pulling from for inspiration, right? If you're just saying whatever the fuck come to your mind, yeah, some of the shit gonna hit, a lot of it's gonna miss. And at a certain point, it's like the stuff that hits, which may be 20 to 30% of your content, now that becomes what everybody's holding on to while the rest of the shit is floating by the wayside. I know DC's going through a lot. Jackie O passed away. I'm sure he's been stressed. I'm sure he's been depressed. You know, he recently came out and talked about some of the women out there that are getting BBLs and these different operations and stuff on their body. And he's like, damn, why is it that they made it through and his woman didn't? So I know he's dealing with a lot. I don't know if that had anything to do with the cocaine thing. Hopefully not. Pray not. Hopefully that was fictitious or from an earlier part of his life that he's overcame already. But outside of that, it's time to elevate. It's time to elevate beyond getting on stage and just doing improv jokes. Like, and he's funny as hell live, you know, just bring him in a room. I've seen him in multiple places that I wasn't even planning to see him at, different events. We got DC Young Fly in the house. They bring him up to the stage and nigga got electricity flowing through his veins. You know what I'm saying? He knows how to turn that shit on and off in the moment, right? But when it comes to putting together an actual comedy show, I know he's continuing to get booked. He's making money, but the people out here that go to comedy shows, I think we've given a lot of passes for these social media people that have become comedians over the past 5-7 years. It's going to need new energy. And you're either going to find yourself getting replaced or you're going to find a way to elevate what it is that you do. That's just my critique. That's my constructive criticism with love, because I don't hate DC at all. I want to see him excel. I want to see him in more movies. I want to see him take more comedic action roles. You know what I'm saying? Because he is kind of like the new age Chris Tucker, but Chris Tucker had that je ne sais quoi about him, but he also had acting chops to go out and do other things, right? Now, he may have gone too far when he said, hey, I don't want to even do comedy because, you know, he went through his own journey with religion and all that type of stuff. So he had to like censor himself a lot for a very long time. But he's got the benefit where he can still be uncensored, still do whatever he wants to do and grow. So I'm wishing him all the best. I hope that he's able to overcome this. Hate that he got booed, but I think it was also, hey, the people weren't enjoying the show. They're going to let you know. You know what I'm saying? They can't clap for you every time. We're not doing participation trophies out here. So hopefully he's able to grow. Hopefully he's able to learn from the experience. It probably was one of his first times, especially in recent times, getting booed. So want to give love and light to DC, but start writing your shit, man. Come up with some good material. Come up with some real material. Nothing wrong with talking about your life, but y'all that are studying, watching Dave Chappelle and Paul Mooney and shit, and y'all think y'all want to go up on stage and do monologues and shit like you trying out for one of them goddamn Ava DuVernay movies and shit, it ain't gonna work every time. All right? Let me know what y'all think of all this down below in the comments. Please be sure to like and share the video. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, become an insider, join the community. You know, we do these Let's Talk sessions. These are when we have multiple subjects and we just kind of have, you know, take 5 minutes, talk about each one, go on to the next thing, you know what I mean? Kind of like a news broadcast. At some point, I probably will get back to doing, you know, singular subjects if they are able to captivate me enough to actually talk about them at length. But these Let's Talks, man, these are really fun. I've been going live more lately, so be on the lookout for those, especially on the weekends. Weekends are easy for me to go live because it's just, you got the whole week to prepare. Music drops on Friday, so we can react to the music that drops on Friday night when it comes to Saturday morning or afternoon. So we're definitely going to be keeping that streak going. Hopefully some new music is intriguing enough to talk about this weekend. I know Normani's supposed to be dropping her single with Gunna. We're still on the clock to see if Kendrick Lamar is going to say anything else to Drake. Seems like Kanye's back outside. You know, anytime that he's outside talking, he's always going to give you a funnel of content if you choose to dive into it. But I'm about to sign out. Go check on the fam. Much love and respect to everybody that tuned in. I appreciate y'all, all my insiders. Much love and respect to y'all. I will see y'all in a little bit. All right? Peace.
King of my city in cul-de-sac. Coming, I swinging like soldier rag. Leading my people like quarterback. Boy, I study this shit, I'm an almanac. Had to get up and grind. Knowledge is booming, I'm here to apply. Came with the chip and the dip, it just single the mind. We finna do more than survive. I need my check. Spinning the block for the Gouda, we hitting the jeweler to flood out the net. We don't do beef for computers, I'm straight out the sewer, we come when you rest. Niggas be looking perplexed, so keeping my foot on their neck. No map, I trust my gut for the quest, but drama, I'm fully abreast. I was ready for years and they doubted me. All of a sudden they tell me they proud of me. I've been dropping these haters like calories. Cross them out, I came back with some boundaries. Stand for my honor, but too raw, no corner. Packing the stick with a drummer. Wanna catch my bad, won't fumble. I done came too far to be humble.